What's up everyone? I am 7-Star Mike here with BullFlow Academy, and today I want to go over one of the scanner's features, the options charts. This is going to be a very quick, very easy way to instantaneously look at the history of the volume and OI for any particular contract. Now, I use this feature every single day, so let's take a look at the options charts. Let's start with where to find this feature. So for any ticker that you're looking at, simply click on it and then select this button here, Option Chart. Now you can change your time frame up in this corner here. I usually start on 1 month just to see what's going on with the recent action. And this chart's really showing us three things. So we've got this line here. This is showing us the price of the underlying over the course of your time frame. Then we've got two bars down here. The green is showing us the volume for that day, and the purple is showing us the open interest. So let's take a look at a few examples here and see what we're looking at. We're going to start with this one because this shows accumulation of a contract. So I want you to look at these purple bars. This is the OI. So you can see that they're steadily climbing until the end here, then it drops a little bit. And the green bars are showing the volume for the day. So here at the start of this chart here, you can see there isn't a lot of trading going on. This day here is a lot of volume. And if you look at the next day, the OI increases quite a bit. This day, there's a little bit of volume, but you can see the purple bar goes from here to here. So again, the OI has increased. And this day, with all of this trading, you can see the OI goes from here to here. This day, all of this volume brings the OI from here to here. So all this volume that's being traded on these particular days is accumulation. They're opening more contracts because you see these OI bars steadily increasing. Now, when you see something like this, the OI is up here and there's a lot of trading throughout that day, and the next day the OI drops. That's telling you that this volume that was traded was closing contracts. And that's why the OI went from up here to down here the next day. Now, it doesn't mean they closed all of them because you can see there's still OI. But out of all of this trading here, a significant amount of them drove the OI from here to here. That's telling me that the trading on this particular day, a lot of that was closing out of this position. Now here's another example of a contract being closed out. Again, look at the purple bars. This is the OI. And you see on this particular day, the volume traded today, and the next day the OI dropped. So that tells me that the volume traded on this particular day was closing out of this contract. That's what made the OI drop from here to here. Now, you can see very little trading going on here, and that shows the green bars. And then this day, where there's a lot of trading, you see the OI drops from here to here. Now, OI updates the next day. So the trading that you see on this particular day is represented in this OI bar. And again, as you see trading going on throughout the day, the OI is dropping. So these big volume days here are telling me that because the OI bars are dropping, this trading and this trading is closing out of that position. Now this is a great example of day traded contracts. So if you look here, the OI is relatively low. Then this day we've got this big trading bar. This is the volume for the day. And you can see that the next day the OI increased. So this was some opening contracts here. Now this particular day you see all of this volume traded. That's a huge amount of volume. But if you look at the OI bar, the next day it barely increases. So even though this is a lot of trading for the day, this is a lot of day trading because none of this was held open when you see the OI barely move. And same thing here on this day. This is a lot of volume for the day, but the OI bar did not move at all the next day. So that tells me that all of this trading here was day trading. They did not hold any of these contracts open, or this OI bar would have increased significantly, or even a little bit if they held some of them open. But all of this volume on this particular day was day traded because the OI bar didn't even move. So those are the options charts. I showed you how you can use them to spot day trades versus swing trades. And like I said, I use this feature every single day. So take a look at the options charts and see if they can help you manage some of your trades.